winter in Chicago, the Windy City always seems to do damage to my face. So
what up? Oh, shit. Doesn't it let me do that to the computer? I don't understand. Oh, shit. Let me see here. Live chat. Please. That's pretty much printing the base for it. I think it's huge though. Like when I was looking at it yesterday, when I put it through the slicer, man, that thing was so big it wouldn't even fit on my bed. So I don't know how people were printing full size ones of these on the Ender if they were doing that. Because it was literally larger than my bed. So I had to downsize it to 75% instead of 100. I didn't really knock the infill down any, only because I want the base. You know, obviously, you want the base to be really heavy so it can hold everything. How's it going, Laura? How you doing today? Really excited to see how this thing turns out. Although I do have to get some glue for the rocket to get it all put together because the clips just didn't come out right on it, but it's all right. There's no reason to reprint it because you can just glue it together just fine. And then I'll get some black paint to paint it. It's the base for that rocket model, the Saturn V rocket model. That's the base for it. And then there's still 2 more profiles to print. There's a smoke plume that comes out the bottom of the rocket, and then I think it's like some kind of rod that like holds everything together. It's like a stand, I think, part of the stand, I think. But this damn thing is huge. Like I said, if I went down, I had to downsize it by 25% because it was larger than my bed. Which I already downsized the rocket because I didn't want it to be overly huge, because I wanted to have it in here. And I don't want it taking up a crap ton of space. So I downsized everything to 75% from 100. Took it down 25%. This thing's probably only about half done. I'll tell you what, man. I got a little Dremel for Father's Day with my toolkit. And I'll tell you, man, that Dremel works really good for cleaning up the edges and everything. You use the little sandpaper wheels. Works really good. Really smooths it out and gets all the little nicks and little pieces of filament off. And been having really good success with everything sticking to the bed too. I haven't had really any issues the last 3 or 4 prints, which is good. So let's see, make sure my audio is okay. Yeah. Right. And of course, the link's in the top if anybody decides they want to pop in and say hi. I'll tell you, I'm having a lot of fun with this printer. It's everybody made it seem like it was a little bit more stressful, but I think I'm having some fun with it. What's up, Mike? Before anybody asks, no, I didn't go to work today. I wasn't feeling 100% this morning, so I'm just kind of chilling at the house today. I mean, I am feeling a little bit better, but like between like 2 and 6 o'clock this morning, man, my stomach was just turning. I figure I might as well take some time off because I don't want to be out on the road with a really upset stomach. You just woke up? I was up at like 8:30, 9 o'clock, but like I said, I'm just it's killing my stomach early this morning. First sip of coffee. Never really liked coffee. Not Don't like the taste of it. Love the smell of it, but the taste of it, ugh. No smoke yet. Can't wait till I get all 4 of these files done to really see how it comes out. Really interested to see how it comes out. Ew. That's yeah. I don't know if anybody will come in. I mean, it's a Tuesday afternoon, so most people are probably working right now. So oh, I can't wait till this other computer gets here so I can get everything finished setting up. In fact, let me look on online and see exactly where she's at. Let's see here. All right, let's go to FedEx. Oh no, I didn't buy it. Someone gave it to me. Only because my laptop, when I'm streaming, like it's a good laptop, but the problem is like when I'm streaming, especially on Zoom, um, when I open more than one window, it kind of makes it stutter a little bit. Uh, so I've been having issues with that. Oh wow, it's already in Orlando. Nice. It says it's not supposed to be here for another 2 days, so I don't know why it would take that long to get from Orlando, but whatever. I mean, Orlando's literally like an hour away, if that, depending on traffic. It can be 45 minutes to an hour drive. So I don't know why it would take 2 days to get here from there. Hopefully, it'll be here early. Usually, with FedEx and UPS, I don't have a problem with them. A lot of times, they'll say a ship date, at least in my area. I know other people have had issues with them, but in my area, they seem to be really good. Um, Usually, if they say it's going to be here Wednesday, I'll get it like Monday or Tuesday. Post office, they'll say it'll be here Tuesday, and I'm lucky if I get it by Friday. They fucking suck. I hate the post office. They've lost so many of my damn packages. It's unreal. And then they want to play stupid when you ask them, when you call and ask them what happened with it, and then they can't give you any kind of answer. And then the mail lady, 2 different times or 3 different times, delivered my packages and said that she accidentally delivered them to the wrong house. I go to the house where she said they delivered them, and they went and looked on their security cameras just to see if maybe somebody jacked it off their porch or something, because she said that's where she delivered it to. And it turned out they never even got it. That she never even stopped at their house. So I'm sure somebody was probably stealing packages at the post office. Wouldn't surprise me. And then Sarah had a package that she ordered about 6 months ago. And she paid for it, ordered it. Post office said they delivered it, never got it. Called the company that she ordered the package from. They sent another one out. Same thing happened. We never got it. But the post office said they delivered it both times. That's why I don't like sending stuff to the post office if I don't have to. And I hate when I buy something and the seller's somebody sends it through the post office because then it makes me really nervous. See, I've never had a problem with UPS or FedEx. They've always been really good around here. Like I said, they're usually ahead of their scheduled delivery dates here. If they say they're going to be here Tuesday, usually I'll get it like Monday. And I've never had a package I've never had a lost package with them. Out of all the hundreds of packages I've ordered from Amazon over the last like 4 or 5 years, I never had a problem with them. And I do see DHL around every once in a while, but I've never had a package delivered by them, so I couldn't tell you about them. Amazon, I've had them twice deliver my packages to the wrong address, the Amazon driver, and it was a few houses down. And the way I found where my package was at, obviously because they take the picture and say that it's at your house, so you don't know which address is. I literally walked down the street until I found the door that was in the picture, and I knocked on the door and asked for my package was back. And then I had what's up, Mr. JRC? How you doing, man? And then I had Amazon deliver like 6 packages to my door. So I get home one day, wasn't expecting anything. This is a few months ago. And I walk up to my front door, and there's like 6 huge packages stacked up in my front door. I was like, what the hell is this? And nobody was expecting anything. And I look on it, and it was for like 7 houses down. So I gathered them all up, and I walked them down there, and I gave them to the homeowner of the proper house they were supposed to go to. And so I've even had issues with Amazon delivering to the wrong house. Jesus, Mike. You got to say it like that. Um, anyway. Oh, yeah. This is fucking stupid, JD, I swear. Well, the thing, too, about the post office is like I literally think that the lady was stealing the packages because we had so many of them disappearing. It wasn't just us, there was a few other neighbors that were complaining, too. And I got to the point where I was getting so pissed off, I actually called the police department about it. but they told me there's nothing we can do because it's federal. You have to call the post office, and but they didn't, they didn't want to have anything to do with it because then they have to call the whatever, the postal police or whatever the hell they're called. And but it was getting ridiculous. So it was like me and a couple other neighbors were having a lot of issues with our packages disappearing. It was like, the police couldn't do nothing about it because it doesn't fall under their jurisdiction. Um, because it wasn't like a pirate porch. If somebody comes up on your your comes up on your porch and steals your package, then the cops can do something about it. But when it has to do with the actual employee they think might be stealing at the post office, there's nothing they can do about it because it's not their jurisdiction, pretty much. And so, like I said, but I haven't had anything happen lately, but kind of makes me wonder, how much shit has probably disappeared out of my mail that I don't know about. Shut up, JD. I swear to God. Smart ass. No, that's actually something that they actually give you when you buy the printer. Those are actually what they give you is office clips. But the ones that they gave me were too small. Like they weren't big enough to fit around the bed. But luckily, I had a couple of big ones that were in my truck. No, but you can buy actual clips for the ender, like that are like little metal clips that you can buy on Amazon that are for the bed. But like literally, that's what they send you in the package. When you buy the printer, they send you office clips. But you can buy some like aftermarket ones that you know it's hard to explain, but they're little metal clips that go around each corner of the bed. And no, that's the base for the Saturn V rocket display I'm making. Like I said, I only didn't go real light on the infill on this only because it needs to be heavy, right? Because it's supporting a display, so you don't want it to be too light. Actually, you can. Who was telling me that? Mike was saying that you can actually 3D. It was either Tim or Mike were telling me you can actually 3D print an entire printer. Like there's files for it, but then you have to buy like all the electronics and stuff for it. Now, how well it works, I don't know, being made out of plastic, but from what I was told, you could actually do it. You can actually print all the parts and everything. You just have to buy all the electronics and all that stuff to go into it. But you can build like all the rails and the base and everything like that. And I'm sure that's probably a pretty good sized project to do that. Oh my God, JD. Jesus Christ. That's funny though. But on the front of the plate, it will actually say, I think it says Saturn V on the front of the plate. It looked like a pretty thick plate. I don't even think it's even close to half done yet, to be honest with you. I'm going to end up having to order some more PLA here pretty soon. Like I said, I've just been having a lot of fun with it, just printing random shit, just kind of playing around with it. What you up to, JD? Are you quote unquote working? Can't come up on the panel? Yeah, I'm gonna have to pray. I'm gonna have to paint it. I'll just have to go to the store. I'll probably just go to the dollar store and get a couple of those. They got some craft paint there and some brushes and all that. I'll just go get a bottle of black paint and a little packet of brushes. View Chaser, what's up? Hold on. Go to YouTube real quick. AZ, what's up, man? Oh yeah, that's right. You're going on that trip. That's right. That trip to go on to. Hopefully, you get a lot of good footage while you're out, man. Get as much as you can. Like I literally everywhere you go, I'd prop that drone up and just get 10, 15 minutes of just whatever you can, because then you could save some of it later on for a video. You know what I'm saying? Because you're going to be in some areas that you're not in all the time. I would definitely load up on as much footage as you can get. Especially when some places you get into that time where you might not be able to fly very much, and give you some extra footage to have laying around just in case you need to do a video. Yeah, I was feeling sick early this morning. I just decided to take the day off just so that I didn't feel like being out on the road just in case. I wasn't feeling better later on because I texted my boss early this morning. So that was just as a precaution, just in case I still wasn't feeling good. I'd rather just take the day off. That's the base for the Saturn V rocket, AZ. Like a pregnant woman, you mean? uh, no, I did that on purpose, AZ, because I wanted the base to be heavy because it's holding up a display. Now, shut up, JD. I'd rather the base be a little bit heavier. That way, I don't want something that's so flimsy that it's just going to fall over with the lightest breeze. You know what I'm saying? My thought process behind it was it's a base, so it needs to have a little weight to it. So I purposely did the filament that much. See, like when I did the rocket itself, I adjusted it so it wasn't so thick because the rocket's a lot really light. I mean, no, but like I said, I just wanted it to have a little heft to it. That way, if somebody bumps into my table or something like that, I don't have to worry about just it completely shitting itself and falling over. Nobody asked you, JD. Kiss ass. Oh my god. It's not like I just decided, I just threw it in there and was just letting it print whatever. That's what I chose. I had a reasoning behind it. I mean, I know y'all don't seem to agree with it, but no, I have to run to the dollar store later and get some supplies. I'm going to get some paint and I got to get some super glue and stuff. I had a little tube of super glue, but I ended up having to use it to fix that freaking uh, the stand I used to hold the camera up for the printer because the threads got it's plastic threads and I didn't even use that stand but one time, and for some reason the plastic threads were all stripped out, so I had to super glue it. I don't believe in the conspiracies about the moon landing, so I would say yes. I would say a lack of funding, maybe. I would say that I don't know, freaking. Um, I would say that freaking Elon Musk's program has really lit a fire under NASA's ass because his space program seems to be just really kicking ass as far as technology and new innovation, and really they've launched more rockets, they said, in the past like 3 years than NASA has in its entire inception since it's been around. So I don't know. Some people believe in the moon landing conspiracies, some don't. But with every big event like that comes conspiracies. So I'm not one that usually falls into the whole conspiracy thing, but no, but that doesn't surprise me, AZ, because they probably got their own version of Tesla, right? They do that with everything. That's why they don't allow Google and all that into their space, because they feel like they can't control it and they want to have their own version of it. I think so, JD. I know they've sent tons to Mars and stuff, and but I think I like the envision that Elon has about going to Mars, but I think we should try for the moon first because it's a lot closer, especially if we're doing like experimental living and all that kind of stuff. Um, Pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken, the gravity on Mars is a little bit closer to ours than the moon, but I just think the moon's closer. I think it'd be better foothold to start off with. Oh my god, this is some stupid shit, Az. So now they're saying Tesla is spying on us with their cameras on board for US. Oh my god. Spying on what? Like what the hell is that car seeing? That it's just like our drones, right? When they say that the DJI is spying over here, like what the hell are our drones videotaping or video recording, whatever, that you can't see on Google Earth or any other platform, right? Or that somebody hasn't taken 1,000 shots and posted to the internet already. Yeah, and that's the thing is DJI's code's been ran through a lot of security companies over here in the U.S. And you probably would know, Az, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that a lot of them have run their code and weren't able to find any real like malicious anything malicious within the code saying that they were sending stuff back to China or anything like that. I mean, what real information does DJI get from us? The same information any other company does: your birth date, your name, maybe your phone number. I mean, like Like, I mean, they're getting the basic information everybody else is. Yeah, it's fucking stupid. Yeah, it's the same fucking argument with DJI over here. It doesn't make any sense. Like, it's not like we're allowed to fly our drones, into a military hangar or something like that. So it's like, what the fuck do they see? Oh my god. Fucking JD, I swear to God, you're a smart ass. Oh, you little prick, I swear. And I wouldn't even think that that's their reasoning behind it, AZ. I think that's just an excuse. $10 says that they're going to take a Tesla and they're going to tear it apart and re-engineer it, or reverse engineer it and just start building their own version of Teslas. They're just using that as an excuse to do something else. Because they can't be that stupid and thinking that that's a real reason to ban something. It all comes down to just envy, right? Like, the US just doesn't want DJI just because they're Chinese. They don't, it's not really if they're actually doing anything. They're just assuming because they're Chinese that they're doing something malicious, which I mean is a good assumption, but still, it's never been proven. Oh my God, Mike. You sick bastard. Mr. JRC coming in with the zinger. It must be a Mavic Zoom, Mike. Oh, that's funny. Oh, that's Japanese porn that does that, not Chinese porn. That's what I've always said, man. I wish that the Japanese would start coming out with some drones because, fuck, man, I bet they'd make some awesome drones. I would love to buy a drone from Japan. It should be like a goddamn transformer. Yeah, you wish you were a porn star in China. Yeah, I think that whole thing about it being spying, I think that's just an excuse. They're up to something else. Same reason they don't allow Facebook to. It's because they have their own version of it. That's why TikTok has kind of morphed into more like YouTube now, right? They're allowing like 10-minute videos now and shit like that, is because they're trying to become YouTube. It's pretty much they started off with shorts. YouTube kind of emulated them on the shorts, right? But now they're starting to morph more into like a YouTube to try to be a competitor against YouTube. I think. I think that's the whole reason they started allowing longer videos and everything, because they're trying to become a Chinese version of YouTube. Which I mean, TikTok is widely used. Granted, not on the scale YouTube is. YouTube still dominates when it comes to how many videos are uploaded and how many views they get on their platform every year. Like, they're still way, way ahead of TikTok. But I mean, TikTok is widely used enough to be, a good competitor to them. Yeah, that's even if they even implement that, Mr. JRC. Is like, there's no telling. I mean, and if I'm not, and then there's still that whole question too, is like, are they going to kind of grandfather the old drones in that don't have that capability right out of the factory, or are they going to come up with some module or that you put on your drone? I mean, would it be that hard for a company, a third party company, to come up with a little module that you can put on each drone? I don't know. See how all that plays out. And then there's still people like Race Day Quads are still suing the government over that. So I mean, there's still a lot to be done before I think that gets implemented. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying is if you look at the progression of TikTok, it's almost like they're trying to morph into a YouTube. But yeah, I mean, you're right. There is no other competitors. I mean, TikTok's the closest thing because if you really look at it, Facebook and Instagram and Twitter are a whole different type of platform, right? They're not a video sharing platform, really. It's more posts than anything, right? They're not really geared towards that type of uh, social media. But as far as really their only competitor at the moment really is only TikTok, but at a small rate because you have all these other ones that are trying to come out like fuck, I can't remember that was the Republican version of YouTube. It was like the freedom of speech one. I can't remember the damn name offhand, but like I signed up for that just to check it out, and it wasn't really all that great to be honest with you. That platform kind of sucked. No, not really. JRC, I'm not really experienced enough to really be selling prints, to be honest with you. I just got the printer a few weeks ago, so I'm still kind of learning. I mean, but there's other guys here in the chat that got printers. I don't know. They sell stuff, but I know JD's a little bit more experienced than me. He's got a printer, and AZ's got printers, but like I don't know if they really sell anything. To be honest with you, probably depending on what you wanted, honestly. Do you see? I've never even heard of that one, JD. That's what I'm saying. Like, there's a lot of social media platforms out there, but they're very small, right? Like Likey, and there's quite a few. If you go on the Play Store, there's hundreds of them, but they're just not at the scale that YouTube is. That's for damn sure. YouTube is on a whole different level. It's like Walmart versus a mom and pop store when it comes to YouTube and a lot of these other social media platforms. Parlor, that was the one I was talking about. That's the one that was like the freedom of speech answer to YouTube, but it just hasn't taken off like they were hoping. Because I mean, to start a social media platform these days, I mean, you're talking billions of dollars, and then it has to catch on, right? I mean, you could dump $10 billion into a social media platform, but it may not take off. People don't want to use it, and it just doesn't catch people's eye. Kind of like how Facebook dominated when and they pretty much shut down MySpace at that point. Everybody ditched MySpace and went to Facebook. Because I think I was looking it up not too long ago. MySpace went from like the number, I want to say they were in like the top 10 most visited websites back when it was really popping off. And then now I think it's like in the top 400 or something like that because now it's just mainly a music platform. Like I probably would, I don't know. I don't know if I'm super comfortable with printing for money right now, to be honest, either, JD. Because I wouldn't want to charge somebody something and then be dissatisfied for it. Now, like how Sarah's friends at work want stuff and stuff like that, I wouldn't mind, doing a print for them, but I'm definitely, I wouldn't want to start no damn Etsy store or nothing like that. I just don't feel like I'm on that level. Oh yeah, there's money into selling prints. Look at fucking Dobo, dude. He's got an Etsy store and got a whole warehouse full of fucking printers, dude. He just pumps out drone parts and all kinds of shit all the time. Yeah, there's money in it for sure. Especially if you can make custom things for people, right? Like if somebody just happens to need that one part that you cannot find anywhere online or anything, yeah, you can go into Tinkercad, get the right type of, filament for whatever strength or whatever kind of flexibility you need for a print. And yeah, you can design them a print and make money. Yeah, there's definitely money in it. That's for sure. Especially like the printer that AZ has, the belt driven one. It's designed to be able to, you put a print in the machine and then it just sits and pumps out prints, the same print over and over again. And then it drives down a belt and you can just put a bucket or whatever underneath it and it just drops the parts in there and you can just kind of mass produce parts at a pretty quick scale. But there's definitely a money in it. Because Delbo makes quite a bit of money off of selling different drone parts that he designs, like phone holders and different things like that for controllers and stuff like that. And different mounts for like FPV drones and stuff. There's people that have YouTube stores or I mean, not YouTube stores, but like Amazon stores, and they sell 3D printed stuff. I mean, pretty much any selling platform you can set up a 3D print business. But like I said, you're going to want to have more than one printer, and you're going to have to really know what your customers are looking for, right? Or have some kind of thing that people want, whatever it might be. Or you could just offer a huge catalog of different types of prints you can do for people. But I mean, if you want a story, you're gonna have to have at least 4 or 5 printers, probably. Because I mean, just to print this print, if you wanted to print this print really quick for somebody, you would need 4 printers in order to do each file separately for it, because it has 4 different files for this print. So you'd need at least 4 printers if you wanted to pump it out really quick to somebody. Otherwise, some prints people could be waiting weeks for you to get, or a week or two for you to get all the parts done for it if you just have one basic printer like mine. So I wouldn't be on the level right now to even sell stuff like that. Like I said, if just some, random local friend or acquaintance wanted something, yeah, you could pump it out for them. You'd probably get 10, 15, $20 for whatever you're making, depending on what it is. But then there's a lot of like, science into this too. You got to know what you're making and what the proper filament you got to use and all that. There's a lot to learn, that's for sure. Which I haven't learned all that yet. So, like, technically, Tim has enough printers to where he could probably start a small little online store, but because he's got fucking 4 of them. But yeah, I would think you would need at least a minimum of 4 to 6 printers to even attempt to start an online store to be able to keep up with it, especially if it took off on you real quick. So JD, you said your dad has a drone too, right? You guys both have mini twos, or I thought I heard you say one time that your dad had a drone as well. Crap. YouTube notifications are going off the wall right now. What the hell? No, I'm not joining another group. Yeah, yeah, I remember you saying that. So how has he been thinking maybe about getting back into it though after he sees like you got some quality drone actually does what you want it to do? So that's a lot of people do that shit, right? They go buy like a $200-300 like I did the same thing, right? You go buy like a yeah, a $200-300 like Potenzic or a Holly Stone drone. And the thing is, like, they lie their ass off on the fucking descriptions on those drones. They'll be like 4K, 3 axis gimbal, and you'll pay $300 for the fucking drone, and you'll get it, and it'll be like 1 axis, and fucking be 720, and it just looks like shit. It'd be bouncing around, or it won't even have a gimbal. It'll just be a fucking camera hanging below it on rubber grommets, and it just looks like shit. Yeah, it doesn't seem like he really wants to get into it. Well, at least you're going with the Mini too, though. You'll be able to get some good shots with that. It was a good little drone, man. Good, reliable little drone, that's for sure. Hey, did you end up contacting Ron and asking him about the national park rules and all that? Um, See what he said about that? If you need to, I can email you his phone number if you want to call and talk to him. 'Cause I'm telling you, that's who you need to ask about all that stuff. Ron would know more about that than anybody else. As much time as he spends in national parks and flying drones and all that, he'd be able to give you a real good idea on how all that works out. Because honestly, I could, because I know we're not allowed to fly national parks, but I've never been close enough to one to know if there's like a no-fly zone or anything like that. Okay, yeah, yeah, I'll definitely get a hold of him, man, if you can. 'Cause like I said, I've never been close enough to a national park, honestly, to tell you whether. Because like even Dre said, some of them might allow. He said some of them allow you to fly in, but then there's probably some of them that are redded out on the map that are no fly zones. So I'm not sure. Although, like I said, you can go on air maps and actually put in the location where you guys are going to be at, and it will show you all the no fly zones and everything. You really need to get that. If you haven't downloaded that app, you need to download that app and get on YouTube and start watching some how to videos on how to use the app and all that stuff. It's pretty easy once you learn it. Um, but that would really help you plan your trip ahead of time by using that app. Because I've used that so many times before I okay, good. Yeah. I've actually used that app plenty of times before I went somewhere just to see. Okay, so that's good because then that gives you your areas where you don't want to try to put up a drone because the air maps might show a no fly zone, but the DJI app might not. So that's good, you know what I'm saying? So that way you don't get in trouble. Because I'll tell you, them park rangers, from what I've heard, will go ape shit if they find you flying in over the national parks. But yeah, just be real careful, man. I hate to see you get in trouble. Because we don't really have, I mean, we have national parks down here, but I don't think I have any really near my area. Most of them, I think, are down south by like Miami and stuff. I know there's a few big ones down there, like national reserves and stuff. You're gonna get bears. You can go ahead and spray one of them in the face with that. Wouldn't recommend it, but whatever. Well, if anybody's bored and not doing anything, you pop in, look at the top. Sure, Tim's probably getting up here in a couple hours. Oh, shit. Yeah, I'm gonna have to run to the dollar store here and Sarah gets off later. All right, man. I understand you're getting ready for your trip. Have a good day, man. I'm gonna have to go outside here in a little bit and do a couple things outside real quick. Have my daughter to help me do some cleaning around the house. Well, I think I see the bottom of the letter starting to come in. Like I say, I think it spells out Saturn 5 if I remember. I know it's Saturn, but I don't remember if they put the 5 on it or not. If they had the 5 on the front there or not. Yeah, you're good, Mike. I just always put it up there. If somebody wants to come in, they can come in. If not, it's whatever. No matter. Some days nobody comes in there. Some days I get a crap ton of people come on the panel. At least I saw over the last couple of weeks when I started doing live streaming. The other Saturday night was pretty good. Quite a few people. After this last month and a half, though, I'm ready for a fucking vacation. I'll tell you that. I wouldn't mind taking a week off. I should be coming up on my 6 months where I get my vacation time too. I've been working so many friggin' hours the last month and a half. I'm just tired. Yeah, I might stay on for a little bit longer. But I'm sure I'll be, because it's 12 now, so I don't know. I might be live still. If not, I'll end it and then come back live a little later, right around 2 or so. And go get a couple hours worth of stuff done around the house, some chores, and do a couple things outside. And I'll probably come back in around 2. But yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and end it now, and then I'll probably, like I said, I'll probably be live again around 2 o'clock. I might go get some stuff done around the house and stuff, inside and out. So, but I'll catch you guys all later. You guys have a good day.